Hello and welcome to a new team review. Today I'm going to showcase a team I played yesterday on stream. We played Excadrill lead with double ghost in the back. First I'm going to tell something about the team a bit and which Pokemon you can replace with which other Pokemon. Because most of the people most likely don't have all of these Pokemon. I actually wanted to build the team around G-Fisk in the lead, but my G-Fisk is still not ready. I need like 500k more starters to build that. I have the XL Canyon, the 15, 14, 14 G-Fisk, but like if you have that, it's way better than Excadrill in the lead. And the team would be like super broken. I already went like, I think 16 and 9. Dash Duo went like way better because I didn't pay attention. I lost like one game where I got solar beamed even though I had a shield, just because I read chat. But yeah, this team is like really OP, and yeah, I have some XL Pokemon in there again, which most people don't really have. I think there's no really replacement for Drifblim. Drifblim is kind of unique. You could use, of course, then instead of Drifblim as a save swap, the Jason as a save swap and use Kingdra in the back. You could also just replace the Jason with Kingdra. That's all something that's possible. Someone asked in the chat before if that would be okay, but I think that would be definitely be okay. Because with a save swap, you basically get out the fairy type anyway, because they don't want to face your G-Fisk or Excadrill in the lead. But I also want to talk about the video that I dropped yesterday where I said how XL Pokemon kind of broke Ultra Premier, because like there was some talk about that it was not 100% clear. Like people ask me why I use XL Pokemon then, because I kind of want to showcase them, because it doesn't matter. Like even though I dislike it, it does not mean that I should not use it. It's like for me, I grinded hard for them. I kind of wanted to showcase them to you so you can see which Pokemon are good and which are maybe not as worth it. If you're like interested in the tier list for me and which XL Pokemon you should get, let me know. Maybe I do that then. But yeah, for me it's just like more for the showcase. I don't like the meta change of that. It's just in case. It's just not because, oh, I don't like XL Pokemon or how could you use XL Pokemon. It's just the meta change of it, which I dislike, even though I'm kind of part of it right now. But yeah, this video yesterday kind of blew up. We had like 215 comments right now, which is crazy. I read them all, but most people said, okay, I'm kind of with your opinion, like my opinion of course, which is that the XL kind of ruined Ultra League, and also like of course Master League is ruined. Master Premier is not even a thing anymore thanks to XL Pokemon. It's just like only I think 5 people or something like that said that they actually like it, because the meta got more narrow and more predictable, which I actually see. But yeah, it's something that I just don't like. But if other people like that, that's totally fine. But other than that, yeah, most people were like, on my opinion there. I read all the comments, and yeah, some people were like below level 40, which is like horrible for them then, because they have not even access to that. Some people are just like even stopped playing Pokemon Go PvP thanks to XL Pokemon. It's just like, it was not a clever move from Niantic, I would say. But we have to live with that, so that's why I'm also going to use XL Pokemon here. I really like the Drifblim. I grinded hard for that. We had like Weather Week for that. We had like some other events before for that. So it was actually easy to get them. Especially during Weather Week. Weather Week, they were like everywhere. Drifblim. So that's something that was really accessible. If you have that, I would recommend you using Drifblim. I think it's a really good Pokemon, especially in combination with Excadrill or Stunfisk. But yeah, I really liked this team yesterday. There is of course some core weaknesses. You don't really want to face an Umbreon. If you face an Umbreon, that's why you say swap the Drifblim into it, because Drifblim can still like debuff it 3 or 4 times, and then Excadrill or G-Fisk have a good matchup with it. And you avoid it for the Jason, that Jason can sweep them, because most likely only Jason answer there. And the other core weakness is here Obstagoon, which you see. Obstagoon is just like really bad to deal with, but actually it depends on how you play it and if the opponent gets a boost or not. You can actually kind of win against it, because the Ghost type also is like the counter damage from Obstagoon only is like weak to the Night Slash. So if they don't get the boost, like I think he got a 4-time boost here, so yeah, that's kind of it already. If they don't get the boost, you can actually win that matchup against Drifblim as well. Like the Drifblim matchup is not even that good for Obstagoon. But yeah, it's definitely the hardest counter. Eventually in the back is a harder counter, but that's why you side swap Driftblim, so you can get that against your Excadrill or G-Fisk and farm down with G-Fisk or Excadrill. So that's not even a big problem there, but here we get it in the lead, which is like really good for us. And we can farm all the way down. Goes into Swampert and now into Charizard, so I know already as backline. Swampert is really bad against the Jellicent, so we're in a good spot right now. But yeah, this is actually a team which has not a lot of XL Pokemon in there for my opponent. That's crazy. But you could also argue using a different moveset on Jellicent. I'm running Hex, Ice Beam, and Shadow Ball. There are a lot of people who use Bubble right now, which I can also see why. For all the fire types like Talonflame gives you a better matchup there. You don't really need the extra energy generation from Hex, but I decided to go for Hex just so your backline has basically the same moves, which is like basically an ABB line. So you could also argue by using a different lead in terms like of the Pokemon. Maybe Toxic Rock is actually a really good lead, which I considered using. But yeah, that's something that it's like definitely a possibility if you want to use it with the Toxic Rock lead or a different fighter. I think Toxic Rock is the best lead there, because it gives you still some play against Charm users, which you don't have with other fighters. And yeah, it's kind of a big deal in the meta right now, especially like Ninetales, Clefable, all those Pokemon who have XL access. They're like everywhere right now, and we're gonna get like more Charmers in the next event, which starts for me in 3 days right now, where we get like Slurpuff and Aromatisse, I think. I also hope they're gonna get like a lot of candy for them, so I can showcase them, but I need some more Stardust first. I kinda want to get the Goodra done really quick, so I can showcase that in Ultra League first. But we have to see. I have a lot of rare candies stored for that. Hope I'm gonna get a good Goodra right away and can use it. Gonna be funny to use it. It only needs to be like level 27, I think, so kinda easy to get. I have like 300 rare candy laying around. But yeah, gonna be interesting in the next event. Gonna change a bit of the meta, I guess. A lot more Charmers, so I guess Steel type's gonna be more valuable, especially also the Goodra. If people run Goodra, you have to need Steel type, so we have to see. Here we have Venusaur against us and Machamp into us, so it's not really looking good. I can go for one Drill Run here, put him low, and I think I can farm all the way down with my Jellicent at this point. I think that is my only play right now. Yeah, I need double Ice Beam for the Venusaur. I hope he has no payback. He has Rock Slide. Rock Slide is definitely way better for me. So I can just farm all the way down. He gets to another move. I have to predict that this is a Cross Chop. So, and it is. And we have the Ice Beam here. And I think even my opponent's ran this before, because he knows that there's no, yeah, he's just gonna no shield there because he knows that I have so much energy already. And our next opponent has that Champ lead again. We had a lot of lead loss and still came back from most of them. Here we have Crustle directly at the say so that's like really bad for us. But still we have our Excadrill, which resists every move of it. I'm just gonna try to debuff him here. He actually throws a Rock Slide against me, which is okay. I wish I had like debuffed, I could have thrown one more Ice Beam, because then I would be able to farm all the way down with my Excadrill. Now I'm just gonna go up to 100 energy. There's nothing really I have to shield. All moves are resisted. I need some energy for the Machamp anyway. And so I'm gonna throw here right now. This Rock Slide should not do that much. Yeah, should KO. And he goes back into the fight. I think I go for the Drill Run, which I kinda regret, to be honest. Because it's not a Shadow Machamp, so it's unlikely that they shield and they have Venusaur on the back. I think if I didn't throw the Drill Run there, I think I might have been fine at this point. Because I still have 2 shields, I could run out the clock. I could throw the Drill Run against the Venusaur, but it would still be close. Still gonna be a really interesting match here. If Venusaur can win against us, we kind of have to Saxor later into our Excadrill to have a chance. But I don't know how much an Ice Beam gonna do against the Venusaur. I mean, it's super effective. We actually are able to Saxor directly on our Excadrill, which was like huge here. And I'm trying to farm up a bit more because I expect him to switch out, and then he swaps into my Ice Beam. I have to undercharge here, and this was a perfect undercharge. That does not allow him to get to another move. It allows me to get to the Ice Beam. And are we gonna win this game now? We lose by 1 HP from my opponent. We played that so perfect. We had like hard lead loss, hard switch loss. Like the opponent had like a perfect counter team to ours, and we still like managed to get him to 1 HP in the dream. Here we have just lead with Bubble. That's really not good for us. He goes into Snorlax, but Snorlax matchup against Drifloon is actually not as bad. Like, you expect it to be like really, really horrible, but we hit the Icy Wind kind of right away, which was good because we had like some energy lead. But leak damage does a lot, but his charge move does like nothing. There's nothing unique can do here. You can just farm a bit down, go for another Icy Wind here. We don't have to shield anything. The Icy Wind kind of chunks. He needs only 4 Icy Winds to KO a Snorlax. Well, he has to leak me basically all the way down to have like a chance here. And his leak damage does not do anything anymore. And we can get to another Icy Wind here. And he can decide if he wants to let it go. I'll switch out here. But he decides to let it go, which is like worse for me. I wish he would have tried to shield that, but he did not. So I have to go into my own chills and have to shield the Shadow Ball here. We're not in a good spot. That's like, we're in a horrible spot, to be honest. He goes for the Shadow Ball and he goes into a Ferrothorn, XL Ferrothorn here against me. I go into my Excadrill, has some lag there, I go for the Drill Run. But this does not look good. He has 2 shields, he has basically 2 full Pokemon, some with energy. I don't know if we can get him back from that. We go for the Drill Run here again. Ah man. This is really not looking good for us. And he actually throws immediately. I'm gonna let it go. I hope it's the Power Whip and he KOs me. And now we have a chance because we can farm all the way down, get some energy back. And now we have 2 Shadow Balls. And I can go straight for my first Shadow Ball. I need 2 more after this, because he has 2 shields still left. I try to get to mine here, and now I have to hope that I outspeed him to the next Shadow Ball as well. I know that he can go for 1 Shadow Ball here, and he cannot be at 2 right now because he always needs to have like you cannot store up to Shadow Balls. I think it's 55 energy, so 55 times 2 is more than 100. And we actually win this match, even though it looked like really bad. We hardly lost there, and it was like really crazy to come back from that. Here, Obstacle lead, and here you're gonna see what I mean. He actually goes for the Night Slash right away, which is the right move. He actually should have shielded that most likely because it does the most damage. He does not switch out, which is like really good for me because I don't really have anything for that. And this is gonna be like such a crazy match. Just watch and enjoy. We go for the Icy Wind again, and we kind of get him all the way a little bit lower here right now. And he's gonna throw it now. I'm gonna shield actually, because I kind of want to get him lower. So maybe I can farm down or something with my Excadrill. And it's gonna be so funny. I get to another Icy Wind before he gets to his move. I don't know why he didn't throw there. Maybe he didn't expect me to try to it. Okay, it's actually a fake stream P-tie, I guess. And this Night Slash does not KO me. And look how little damage he does with this counter. And I actually get to another move here. He's 4 times debuffed right now. We get 2 shields from the Obstagoon here. I have him 4 times debuffed, which is like really, really good for us. So yeah, Drifloon is basically Obstagoon counter confirmed, I guess. He can go for all his moves here. 4 times debuff does not really matter on an Excadrill. Even though Excadrill is really squishy, 4 times debuff is just like having no attack at all. He's still getting kind of low, not gonna lie, but we have a lot of energy here. He goes into Venusaur, that's like perfect for me. And here we can just go for Rockslide, because he switches out into Talonflame, which is like really good for me again. Like, I can just go into Majestic, farm all the way down, and I should be fine here. And he goes into a Venusaur. I can go into the... I can just go straight for the Ice Beam here. I don't have to shield the Frenzy Plant, I know there's a right that, so I'm just gonna no shield here. And I gotta kill this Venusaur here. Good game to my opponent, really well played. We still have like 2 more games, I think, something like that. So we have Lapras here in the lead. Lapras in the lead is kind of difficult to deal with, not gonna lie. I just gonna go straight for the Rock Slide, and I try to catch a move like an Ice Beam or like a Surf or whatever on my Jailson right now. He actually throws against me, which I thought, okay, that's like really good for me. That's definitely like a waste of energy for him. And he actually stays in here, and I thought, like, what the hell is he doing? And he actually goes for the Surf here, I think. Yeah, he goes to the Surf. It's all resisted, so he must be super weak to Jailson in the back. And then I remembered, hey, there was a team I built a while ago, which also got showcased by Kiang, which was Lapras Double Fighting. He does not switch out of Jellicent. He shields against the Jellicent. What does he have in the bag? Yeah, here we see the Toxicroak, and that was actually my team I had like last season, so Sorry for him that I hard counted my own team, basically. Oopsie. I mean, I had a Shadow Lapras rank 1 in the lead, but yeah, I definitely also played, I think, Machamp and Toxicroak with it, and he just gave up at this point. Sorry, man. Yes, but it's always fun to see, like, my own lines on the opponent's side, so it's, like, always a lot of fun. Here we have the Gavancha Sayswap here in the last game. I think that's the last game. And yeah, Gavancha Sayswap is, of course, not really good for us. It is good against our Drifblim and good against our Jason, but we're gonna get a shield here, which is like really good, and I can just go for my Excadrill right now. I'm gonna be able to farm a bit more energy on him and throw right when he was in the move. I think we won CMP against him, but we just kill him with one Rock Slide, which is really good. I have to switch out here because I'm debuffed. And he has its Skarmory in the back. Skarmory in the back is not really bad for me. Skarmory, I think, loses against Jellicent because Jellicent has like better IV and better what's it called? Yeah, it's really like better IV spread, better stat product than Skarmory and Ultra. It just gets to like higher CP, which is like better for Jellicent. So we have also the better move there, like Hex and Shadow Ball is a better combination than Sky Attack on Skarmory. And here we go into our Excadrill. And I think I actually shield against the Swampert because I expect that I get to the next run before him as well. And I think would win CMP against the Swampert anyway, so I can just go for the drill run here, and this is gonna KO it. And now he has to basically farm up a lot against me, and this won't happen. I can go for the Rock Slide. I'm gonna KO this Skarmory. I hope you enjoyed this video. And maybe you'll try one of the team combinations as I said in the beginning of that team for yourself, and see you next time.